The late summer haze hung heavy over Willow Vale, a manicured suburban pocket tucked in the rolling hills of western Montana, on a sultry August evening in 2024. I'd just eased my silver Bentley Continental into the driveway of my new home at 214 Elm Street, its chrome gleaming under the porch light, a quiet testament to a dream I'd chased since I was a kid. I'm Marcus Hayes, 42, a real estate investor who clawed his way out of Spokane's roughest corners, turning grit into a fortune that landed me in Pine Crest Meadows. For one glorious day, that carmy childhood vow made real felt like victory. Then Brenda Walsh, the 54-year-old HOA president, stormed across my lawn, her voice a banshee wail that could strip paint. "What's that monstrosity doing here?" she shrieked, slapping a $600 fine on my windshield, accusing me of disrupting aesthetic harmony. Within 48 hours, I was cuffed in my own driveway, facing fake vandalism charges, my Bentley battered by a mob she'd whipped into a frenzy, and the neighborhood turned against me. Brenda, a former ad exec whose career imploded in a 2011 fraud scandal, had no clue I'd grown up dodging bullies tougher than her. She thought she'd crush me with her clipboard empire, but she'd just ignited a war with someone who never loses. I'd barely unpacked when Brenda struck, her tailored blazer and sprayed blonde curls framing her like a suburban dictator. Neighbors peeked from windows as she ranted, her fine listing invented crimes, aggressive wealth display, visual obstruction. I kept my cool, knuckles tight. "I'm Ethan Carter, your neighbor," I said, voice steady. "This car's legal on my property." Her eyes glinted, muttering about a rich guy years ago who'd mocked her rules. "Not this time," she hissed, stomping off. I glanced at a photo of my parents on a moving box, their tired smiles from Spokane's lean days urging me on. "Stay patient, son, but don't break." That Bentley wasn't just a car, it was the dream I'd nursed at 11, watching a Rolls glide past our crumbling apartment, a promise I'd make it. Now, Brenda wanted to shatter it over her fake bylaws. My neighbor, Clara Monroe, 70, watched from her porch, her sharp eyes catching every move, a hidden camera in her rosebushes recording it all. Brenda fired off a community email. "New resident violates HOA standards, action required." The listed infractions none in the rule book were pure fiction. I called her, hoping for reason. "You new money nobody," she snarled. "I've run Pine Crest for 14 years. Your car goes, or you do." The line went dead, her threat clear: submit or be destroyed. I chatted with neighbors, learning Brenda's reign of terror. Amos Tate, a mechanic 3 houses down, got a $450 fine for unapproved daisies. The Alvarez family fled after Brenda targeted their kids' skateboards as eyesores. Her next email demanded my Bentley's removal by midnight, or it'd be towed. I confronted her in my driveway, her smirk venomous. "Sue me, and you'll lose more than that car," she whispered. "I've crushed bigger fish." Her allies gathered, phones out, filming her triumph. I gripped my keys, rage simmering, but my dad's voice held me back. That night, Amos texted, "Brenda's at Greg Reed's house, planning something." Peeking past Greg's blinds, I saw Brenda waving photos of my car, my house, me, rallying her crew. Greg, her insurance agent lackey, nodded like a puppet, while others looked uneasy. This wasn't about parking, it was power, and Brenda was desperate to keep it. Posters sprouted overnight. "Protect Pine Crest values," my Bentley circled in red. Her social media posts screamed, "Criminal element infiltrating our community," with a doctored photo darkening my car to look sinister. Greg shared it. "Take back our streets." A mob of 15 gathered, paint cans in hand, chanting, "Trash the trash." Brenda watched, arms crossed, as I stood at my window, heart pounding, the scene chillingly familiar from Spokane's gang turf wars. The HOA meeting was a powder keg, the community center packed. Brenda, flanked by Greg and 2 cowed board members, banged her gavel like a judge at a witch trial. "Our safety's at stake," she intoned, playing a doctored video of me threatening her, audio spliced to hide her taunts. "This man disrupts our peace," she declared, motioning for my eviction. Greg parroted, "Repaint that car." Snickers rippled, but Brenda pressed on, claiming my community chat post proof of her fun misuse were glitched. I stood, phone out, showing bank statements. Fines up 400%, but no new playground. Where's the money, Brenda? Whispers grew. Someone shouted. Yeah, where's our park? Brenda's face purpled, slamming her gavel. Order. I pushed. How about an audit? Clara Bennett, a teacher, muttered to Greg. Is he right? Brenda screamed. He vandalized my house. Sirens wailed, right on cue. Greg rallied a mob to my home, chanting, smash it. Brenda smirked, thinking she'd won. I locked eyes with her, voice low. This isn't over. Her grin was pure poison. Oh, it is. Morning brought Clara's knock, her eyes grim. I've waited for someone to fight Brenda, she said, tea in hand, opening a binder thick with evidence. 2 years ago, she targeted the Pattersons for their lot. Fake fines, planted dog mess they sold at a $50,000 loss. Brenda's pattern was ruthless, her surveillance chilling. She bragged about cameras, Clara added. Monitors threats. That afternoon, a red sticker hit my Bentley, criminal vehicle investigation pending. Brenda's car, conveniently, had green paint splattered same shade as the mob's cans. She'd framed me. My cameras, repositioned overnight, showed nothing. Officer Carl Monroe arrived, cuffs ready. Brenda's filed vandalism charges, he said, uneasy. Video evidence. I scoffed. Of me sleeping? He shrugged. Procedure. As he cuffed me, Brenda whispered. Cross me, you lose. Greg filmed, crowing, criminal caught. A teen live-streamed. HOA Karen's nuts. In the cruiser, Carl admitted. Paint's too neat. Not thrown. Brenda's done this before, framed a contractor. No proof. Released on recognizance, I returned to a keyed, egged Bentley, my dream scarred. Rage burned, but Amos's text Clara's got footage lit a spark. Clara's video was gold. Brenda, 3 a.m., brushing paint on her car, glancing at Clara's hidden camera, unaware. She's embezzled $80,000, Clara said, showing forged signatures on rule changes. 15 families targeted, all gone within 6 months. Amos found Brenda's cousin accessed county records illegally, twisting a clerical error in my home purchase into fraud. Brenda's lawsuit hit, $2.5 million for defamation, claiming I faked documents, freezing my assets. She's bankrupting you, Clara warned, but filed motions to unfreeze my funds, leveraging her legal secretary past. In court, Brenda's high-dollar lawyer painted her as a victim, while her affidavits Greg's included lied about my threats. Clara testified, that's not my signature, sparking murmurs as others spotted their forged consents. Carl detailed Brenda's false reports, her framing history. Brenda erupted. His house purchase was illegal, waving papers. Clara countered with a county correction record, exposing Brenda's cousin's illegal access. Greg cracked. She bribed me with waived fees. Others confessed, drowning Brenda's defense. Clara slid me a ledger Brenda's secret records, detailing $80,000 siphoned, families targeted, even plans to seize my lot. A recording from a 2022 board meeting caught Brenda plotting to frame the Pattersons. I've waited for you, Marcus, Clara said. Someone who'd fight. The judge, livid, dismissed Brenda's suit, referring her to prosecutors. You've forged, embezzled, and discriminated, he said, as Carl cuffed her for fraud, false reports, and harassment. Brenda screamed, I saved Pine Crest, but her recordings, meant to blackmail, were wiped. Amos's hack. Clara stood, voice clear. She targeted new money, anyone different, for prejudice. Neighbors cheered, Clara shouting, she's done. Brenda's glare promised vengeance, but her empire was ash. Weeks later, Brenda got 7 years, ordered to repay $80,000. I was elected HOA president, refunding fines, axing her rules. Amos, treasurer, and Clara, secretary, rebuilt trust. Greg, humbled, helped repair damage. Pine Crest bloomed, kids played. Doors glowed new colors, gardens thrived. My restored Bentley gleamed, a victory symbol, as I drove with Clara, passing Brenda's old house, now home to a new family. A plea from a nearby HOA hit my phone. Our president's worse than Brenda, help. Clara grinned. Tyrant Slayer suits you. I typed back. Tell me everything. Ready for round 2. My Bentley a beacon of defiance. Was Marcus's fight justice or vengeance? Should Brenda's sentence be lighter or harsher? Can Pinecrest stay free, or will new Brindis rise? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for stories that demand your stand.